to the side. You don't need it, but just so that it's within reach. Lying yourself down. Just cameras. Just go onto your back. Just start with a couple of pelvic tilts. Couple of pelvic tilts to get you moving just whilst I jig that thing a little bit better. There we are. Okay. So we are on our back, on the mat, with our eyes straight up at the ceiling, the back of the neck feeling long. If you need to have a small cushion or a roll jumper underneath your head, please do. Soften your breastbone, open out the chest, keep the feet on the mat. So weight bearing through the heels to the toes, spread the toes, and we're just rolling that tailbone in. So just curling and lengthening the tailbone up a little bit, and then untucking the tailbone, and just arching the back just enough to roll a marble through. So just loosening up the lower back, rolling it a little bit, moving the hips forwards, and then tucking the tailbone up. And back. Give it a couple more. Rest at neutral and bring your right knee into your chest. So hand around the knee. We're just loosening up the lower part of the back at the moment through the base of the spine into your bottom. So bring that knee into your chest and keep the left knee bent. If it feels comfortable to bring the left knee in as well, we've now got both knees into the chest. So double knee hug, and you can curl up your tailbone as much as you feel comfortable. So just lifting your bottom off the mat if you're comfortable to do so. Otherwise, just draw the knees into the chest. And then keep the left knee in and place the right foot onto the mat. Good. Keep your heels quite close to your bottom. Put both feet onto the mat. We've got knees together, heels together, hands out to the side. And we're keeping our knees gently squeezed together as you take the legs off to the right-hand side. Keep your left shoulder down and keep that gaze straight up at the ceiling. And just see how far you can comfortably allow those right knees to fall to the side. When you're ready, connect that pubic bone to your tummy button. Use your adductors, draw in the pelvic floor, and bring your knees through the center and over to the left-hand side. Trying to keep the legs stacked on top of each other. So don't leave one behind, keep them on top of each other. Back to the center, and then hands back behind, this time the back of the right thigh, about the middle of the right thigh, supporting that thigh to straighten your leg as best you can. And you're trying to pull your toes down towards your shin and press your heel up to the ceiling. And we're going to repeat that movement through the foot and ankle. So first of all, press that heel to the ceiling, pull the toes down to your shin. Now point the toes to the ceiling and pull your heel in towards your calf. Then pull the toes back down again and press up. Well done. Point the toes away. Good. This time draw a really big circle with that big toe, clockwise direction. Good. And then really, really big anti-clockwise direction. And you might get a stretch through the arch of your foot. Okay, great. Let's place the right foot onto the mat. Repeat that on the left side. So hands about halfway down the back of the thigh to support the leg. As straight as you can. And even if it needs not ever so straight, just work on pulling those toes down to your shin, pressing the heel up, and then pointing the toes away from you, stretching through the front border of the foot. Pull those toes down, press the heel up to the ceiling. And once more, pointing those toes away. So we're working through all those, the sciatic nerve when we pull our toes down, and the nerves that come through the front and the hamstrings at the back. Now, big circle with the big toe, and try and make that circle as big as you can in one direction to start. And then change direction and tilt it around the other way. Okay, well done. That's our stretches done to start. Pop the foot back down onto the mat. And please reach for your ball and put the ball between the knees. Feet onto the mat. A gentle squeeze on the ball. So a squeeze that's about 30% effort. So something that you can maintain. Not grabbing the ball, just a gentle squeeze on the ball. And from here, start with your pelvic tilts, moving up into a bridge. And lower yourself back down again. So keep that squeeze on the ball. Use the inner thigh muscles to stabilize the pelvis as you lift the hips up and then lower back down. So 4 more, curling up, keeping the breastbone soft, focusing on lengthening those thigh bones at the top, and then curl back down. Curling up again, gentle squeeze, lengthen those thigh bones, and come back down. Well done, last 2. Roll, press down through those toes, good. Squeeze those bottom muscles, lift the hips. And last one. Really lengthen the thigh bones. Really try and reach those knees for the toes. Trying to get to work through the front of the thigh muscles. And lower back down. Just make sure your heels are close-ish to your bottom. Next time we're going to come up and we're going to do a heel lift. So come up into your bridge. Make sure those thigh bones are lengthened. Your knees are trying to reach your toes. And then lift your heels. So press through the toes, lift the heels. We're now working the back of the calf muscles. Yep. And now drop the heels back down and lower your hips down. So that's the sequence for the next 6. So coming up, pressing through the feet, checking in and making sure your femurs are nice and long, then pressing through the toes, lifting the heels. Feel the back of the calf muscles working as you do that, and the front of the thighs. Press the heels back down and lower the hips. 4 more to go in your own time. Curling up. Still. Lift those heels as high as you can. Press through the toes. Press the heels back down. You'll feel all the muscles at the back of the legs working. And 3 more. Last 2. And last one. And just stay up there for 5 seconds. So lift those heels, keep your heels nice and high, lengthen through the femurs and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. And bring yourself back down. Good. Okay, now we're going to hold the ball. So let's hold the ball up above us. And lift one leg to tabletop first, followed by the second leg. Draw that pubic bone to that tummy button as you lift the second leg. So we're in double tabletop. If that's a bit much for anyone, just keep one foot down and stay in single tabletop. So we've got the arms up above, gentle squeeze on the ball, and we're doing toe taps. So pubic bone to tummy button, nice and still through the right hand side. Lower the left leg until your toes tap the floor, and then draw the knee back to tabletop again. It's a real stabilizer for your lower abdominal. So exhale, lower the toes to the floor, inhale, come back. Exhale, lower the toes to the floor, inhale, and come back. Keep going. If you want some extra feedback as to what's going on around the muscles in your tummy, place one hand just above your pubic bone and just have a feel at what happens. Hopefully tummies aren't popping up too much. You want to keep that connection between your pubic bone and your tummy button to keep your muscles active as you move the legs. Okay, well done. Exhale, tap down, point those toes, inhale, come back. Good, 4 more. Exhale, tap, inhale back. Exhale, tap, inhale back. Last 2. Well done, and onto the other side. If you need to put one foot down, put one foot down, but we're tapping down with the right, bringing up the right. Keep the left nice and still. 2, 3, 4, connect, exhale and tap, inhale, return. Connect, exhale and tap, inhale and return. Last 4. Good, that looks good, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Place one foot down first, followed by the second foot. The ball's going back between our knees. Arms are just out from our sides, and just lift them about 10 centimeters, so about 3 or 4 inches off the mat. So they're hovering off the mat. And I'd like you to keep them there as you lift your hips up to bridge. Okay, hands are just hovering off the mat. As you lower the hips down, take the arms up just past shoulder height. And just as you brush the mat with your bottom, lift the hips back up again and the arms press down to hover above the floor. Good. Lower the hips, lift the arms, brush your bottom on the mat, lift the hips, lower the arms to hover by your sides. We try 8 more of those. Lift the arms, lower the hips, brush the mat, press down through the feet and lift your hips, press the arms by your side. So I don't know if that's 3. I think we've got about 5 there. Lift the hips, lower the hips, bring the arms up, lift the hips, lower the arms. Well done. Back down. Now keep going. After the next one, we're going to pretend we've got bouncy balls under our hands. And the next time you lift your hips and bring your arms down, we're going to hover those arms above the mat and just bounce those balls up and down about 20 times. So keep the hips up, flex those hands either side of you, and draw your pubic bone to your tummy button. Last 10. 9, 8, 7, 1. Well done. And lower the hips down. Good stuff. Okay, let's move our ball down to our feet. So the ball's now between our feet. Hands are by our side. Ball between the feet, legs in tabletop. Good. And we're going to squeeze the heels together, keep the right side straight, still, sorry, and take the left knee out to the side. So hip twist on the left side, and then close that left knee back to the right knee. Keep the ball squeezing between the heels. I'm just going to turn the ankle slightly so ball is there, knee is coming out to the side, knees come back together. Left knee out to the side, left knee back together. And I'd like you to focus on keeping the right side still. That's the important bit. So exhale out, inhale in. 4 more. Exhale out, inhale in. Last 3. Exhale out, inhale in. Keep that right leg nice and still. Last one. Inhale back in. Straight onto the right side. Keep the left side still now. Right knee out, opens out to the side. Left knee comes back in. Right knee opens to the side. Left knee comes back in. 6 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Hold it there for a sec. Swiveling round. From tabletop, hands up to the side. Just bring the knees into the chest. Squeeze the ball with the ankles and straighten your legs away as far as you feel comfortable. So you might do quite a small movement. You might bring the knees into the chest and just straighten the knees a little bit. That's absolutely fine. If you can straighten your knees a little bit further away, then do. Don't strain your lower back. So inhale in, exhale, press away. Inhale in, exhale, press away. Just as far as is comfortable. Inhale in, exhale, press away. Last 3. Inhale in, exhale, press away. Last 1. Inhale in, exhale, press away. Well done. Inhale in, bend the knees. You can take the ball out and place your feet back down onto the mat. Okay, last bit before we come up into standing is our obliques. So they're the muscles on the side of our trunk. Yep, not the 6-pack down the middle, but the muscles on the side of our trunk. So we're going to do that by either single leg or double leg, like rotations to the side. So I'll show you single leg first of all. That means bringing your one leg, the right leg to tabletop, opening the right knee out to the side, but keeping the left side dead still, and then closing that right knee back in again. Or you can do double tabletop, where both knees go to the side, and you exhale and bring them both back to the center. Okay. So choose the level for you. If you're ready, you're either in single or double tabletop. Let's exhale out to the side. Long breath. Inhale back again. Okay. Exhale out to the side. Inhale back. Well done. Exhale out to the side. Whole leg falls out to the side. Good. Inhale back. Keep pressing through the left foot. Exhale out to the side. Inhale back. Exhale out. Inhale in. And last one. Exhale out to the side. And inhale in. Good. So either press the right foot down and lift the left, or change sides. And we're going off to the left and into the center. Off to the left, into the center. As you come back, really connect pubic bone to tummy button to support you. Off to the left, into the center. Last two. Off to the left, into the center. And last one. And back into the center. Well done. Place both feet onto the mat, and from here we can roll up. So you can either use the back of your thighs, if you're happy, to come up into a sitting up position from here, or you can turn onto your side and bring yourself up. Bring ourselves up into standing. Don't need the ball. Everyone comfortable in standing? Okay, we're going to start by doing some thigh work and bottom work. So squats to start with. So feet just slightly wider than hip width. Arms out in front. And think about sitting down onto that chair behind you. You can do sit to stand if that's easier. Whoa. And then pressing down to prompt you to bring your hips forwards. So arms forward, bottom and hips back, stack your knees over your feet, draw that tummy in and stand up nice and tall. Press down, keep that back, keep that Pilates posture through your back. And nice and tall. We're not folding through the back. Nice and long. Lengthen the tailbone as you stand tall. Squatting down. Lengthen the tailbone as you stand up nice and tall. Four more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to introduce our heel raise. So lift those heels and hold your balance there if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the heels down and stand up. Let's do 4 of those. So drop down into your squat, connect through that center, get your balance, tip forwards onto your toes, lift your heels, press through the toes to lift the heels, hold that stability. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press down through the heels, press the hips forwards. 2 more. Let's go down. Lift those heels as high as you can. Think about fixing yourself and staying nice and steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press your heels into the floor, lift back up, and last one. Down, lift those heels up, keep that balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the heels down and stand up. Well done. Now with that balance work, we're going to go into like a Superman position. So first of all, bring the left arm, I'll do this side, sorry, left arm up to shoulder height, right knee up in front of you. Yep, if you have to be on your toes, that's fine. Now in this position, we're going to take the left arm up. So the left arm is up, the right knee is up. And as we come down, we're going to tap the toes down to the floor. The arm comes down horizontal to shoulder height. Lift the knee, lift the arm. That's it. So good balance through that left side. If you need to put your fingertips on a chair, put them on a chair. Drop down to shoulder height, tap the toes. Lift the knee back up again. Okay, drop down to shoulder height, tap the toes. Lift the knee back up. Drop down to shoulder height, tap the toes. Lift back up. Last two. Sorry, I'm everywhere. And lift back up. And last one. Okay, turn yourselves around. Oh, you don't have to turn around. I have to turn around. Swap sides. Right arm at shoulder height, left knee up. And then take that arm up. Hold your balance. Drop the toes, lower the arm to shoulder height. Lift the knee, lift the arm. Drop the toes, arm to shoulder height. Good. Lift the knee and lift the arm. Drop the toes, arm to shoulder height. Well done. Last three. Lift the knee, lift the arm. Drop. And lift. Good. And drop. And lift. Well done. And drop the arm and place your left foot back down. Now, when we're in 4 point sometimes, so that exercise was this one that we do in 4 point. We also work out going out to the side. So same again, but this time, start with the left arm at shoulder height and bring the right knee up. As the left arm goes up, we're going to step those toes on that right step out to the side and then bring the arm and the knee back in again. I'm sorry, balance. Okay, so left arm goes up, right toes tap to the side. That's good. Bring them back to the center. Left arm up, right toes tap to the side. Stay nice and long through that tailbone. Bring ourselves back to the center. Try and bring some breathing in. Exhale, tap, inhale, back. Exhale, tap, inhale, back. Exhale, tap, inhale, back. You'll be bending that left knee a little bit to allow the right toes to step out to the side. Okay, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Place that foot down. Right arm comes up, left knee comes up. Okay, so this time we're taking those left toes to tap out to the side, right knee bends, right arm comes up, left knee comes back, right arm comes back. Okay, so exhale, tap to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back and down. Okay, let's work a little bit more on those sides. So this time we're going to aim for this one to reach a little bit more out to the side. So we'll go back to the right side. So little mini squat, bending through the knees. Keep the left side really, really still, hands around your hips or out to the side. Take those right toes out to the side. Use those hip muscles, draw that pubic bone to your tummy button. See if you can lift your toes. We've done this before. Lift up to hover and tap back down. Lift up and hover and tap back down. Lift up and hover and tap back down. Okay, keep going. Lift up and hover and tap back down. I'm just going to turn sideways on. Lift up and hover, tap back down. So you're working through the left bottom, left thigh, and your balance. Lift up and tap. Last one. Lift up and tap. Good. Okay, I think we're managing that. Right, onto the right side. Mini bend on the right side. Left leg out to the side as far as you can manage. Sitting through those right glutes, right thigh, right calf. Lift the left toes to hover. And then tap back to the mat. Lift the left toes to hover. And tap back to the mat. Lift the left toes to hover. Tap back to the mat. Lift the left toes to hover. Tap back to the mat. Last three. Lift the left toes to hover. Tap to the mat. Last two. Lift the toes to hover and tap. And last one. Lift to hover and tap. Well done. And bring yourself back in. Should have been here. Anybody get that? Maybe. Right. Wider. Feet turning out to the side. Deeper squat. So feet are really in a 10 to 2 position. So toes are pointing to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And we're going to come down and keep those hips really open. So the knees are not going to fold in. Hips are open. We're sinking down through the middle. Good. And then press through the feet. Keep the hips open as you come back up. Don't fully straighten the knees because we want to keep the hips open. Then drop down again. Good. And then come back up. Pressing through those feet to keep the hips open. Drop down. Come back up. Again, if the squat's too sore, you can do a sit to stand with your feet wide on the chair. Four, three. We're going to do some pulses. Two. The last one we come down, we lift those heels and then just pulse through the heels. So lift them up another inch, drop them an inch. Lift an inch, drop an inch. Lift an inch, drop an inch. Keep going. That looks good. Keep that connection through the lower core. See if we can do 7 more. That would be 10. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Stay on those toes if you can. Press yourself up. Press the heels down. Good. And let those legs relax. Right, let's do an inner thigh stretch. So point your left toes straight forward to the top of your mat. Your right toes are perpendicular to the left toes. So they're pointing out to the side of the mat. That left hip is nice and open, and you're trying to track your knee over the foot. So you will probably get a stretch through the inner left thigh. So right foot is pointing to the side of the mat. Left foot is pointing to the top of the mat. Your left knee is tracking over the foot. Your hip is open, so you will probably feel a stretch through the inside of the left thigh. Okay, we're going to bring our arms up. Good. And then see if you can turn the left palm up to the ceiling. Look at that left palm and basically drop the right hand down, lift the left palm up. And press that knee, that left knee just slightly further forwards. Good. Hold it there. Keep your balance. Keep your pubic bone to your tummy button. And relax your breathing. Good. Turn the left palm to face the floor. Tip yourself back up again. Good. And bring your arms back in. Let's see if we can turn around. So now your left foot does a quarter turn to face the side of the mat. The right foot does a quarter turn to face the top of the mat or the bottom. So your feet are perpendicular to each other. Yeah. That right hip is nice and open, and you're going to slide the right knee forwards over the toes, feeling that stretch through the inner right thigh. Arms up to shoulder height. Make sure your back knee's straight if you can. Keep that heel down. Turn the palm up to face the ceiling at the front, and then tip yourself back. But working those side trunk muscles. But keeping that right knee over the toes. Good. Turn the right palm to face down. And come back up again. Both feet now face the side of the mat, so they're both facing forwards. And floating up your left arm. Right arm just rests on your thigh, and just bend the right knee. Left arm reaches over to the side, as if there's that light switch just high above your right shoulder, and your left arm is going to switch it on, and we're stretching through the side of your trunk. When you're ready, take that breath in, exhale, draw the left arm down, place it onto your left thigh, bring the right arm up, reaching over to the side. So bend your left knee, keep the right knee straight, and you're reaching for that light switch that is above and over your left shoulder. Okay. And when you're ready, come back again. Okay. Now I'd like to try something for those of you that are able, and for those of you that aren't, we'll modify it. We're going to do a roll down into a pike position. But for those of you that can't do it, you can either drop to all fours, or we just roll back up again. If a roll down is not suitable for you at the moment, for one reason or another, just remember that you can bend forwards, place your hands on the front of your thighs, and just tuck that tailbone in and extend through your hips. So tuck the tailbone in and extend through your hips. That's if the roll down's not right for you at the moment. Okay. For those of you that are going to join me with a roll down, let's start by bringing that chin to our chest, rolling the shoulders forwards, allowing the sternum to soften, taking your hands down towards the mat. Okay. Now you can either hover just above the mat there, work on perhaps stretching through the back of the legs, or if you're ready to, walk your hands out just halfway up the mat into the pike position. Okay, and here we're going to stretch through the back of our hamstrings and calves by pressing our heels down towards the mat and keeping our hips nice and high. And then when you're ready, think about bringing that pubic bone to your tummy button. Stay nice and strong through your core. Walk your hands back and curl yourself back up. Okay, just do that option once more again. So we're either rolling down, and when we get to the bottom, we're hanging like a rag doll and trying to straighten one knee and then the other to stretch the back of the hamstrings. Or you're going to draw that pubic bone to your tummy button, bend the knees so that your hands can come out a few paces on the floor and push your hips nice and high. Well done, and press your bottom up and press down through the back of the legs. Good. Draw that pubic bone to your tummy button, walk the hands back. And slowly roll yourself back up. Okay. And if you've just been doing your pelvic tilts in this way, hold on, that's fine. Sorry, there wasn't something extra for you there today. But we're going to finish with our shoulder rolls. Dropping those shoulders down from the ears. Nice big circles. Big, 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 big circles. Getting all the crunches and cracks out. And then next time we circle, float the arms up. So let's float the arms up all the way to the top. Take a breath in, turn the palms to the outside of the room, and exhale as we press away. Forwards again. Forwards and up, palms to the outside of the room. Exhale, press away. One more big circle. Bring those arms up, nice and tall, and press the arms out to the side. And if you just want to roll your head slightly from side to side, it's a bit tight. Roll that chin around the front. And just look over the left shoulder. And crunch, crunch. Because our the joints in our neck, so all those really tiny, small cervical joints are very close to our ears. So if you ever get concerned that you can hear lots of crunches and cracks in your neck, it's because it's really close to the ears, so everything gets amplified.